Good afternoon. My name is Lori Hartgroves, and I'm a staff attorney at the Lone Star Legal Aid Office here in Waco, Texas. This presentation this afternoon is intended to serve as legal information and does not replace any legal advice. If you are needing our services, you can contact Lone Star Legal Aid at 1-800-733-8394 or go to our website, www.lonestarlegal.org. That's O-R-G at the end, for more information on legal assistance. I am here today with two guests. This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we have two people who were kind enough to visit with us today and tell us about their services here locally. I have Missy Sparks. She is with Victim Services with Waco Police Department. And I have Scott Heaton. He is the Director of the Legal Services at the Family Abuse Center, also locally here in Waco. We're going to go ahead and start with Missy, and she's going to tell you about the services that they offer. Go ahead, Missy.
Thank you. Again, I am here at the Waco Police Department with Victim Services Unit. I do go by Sparky, just going to throw that out there. So what I do, I love what I do. Unfortunately, we have to see people on their worst days, but there's a reward to be able to help someone at the end of the day. So what our unit does here at the police department is a little different than I think some other victim services units here in Waco. So what we do, or in the McLennan County, we actually, when our officers need us, we actually get called from dispatch, and we get dispatched. We are actually on scene crisis intervention advocates. They will call us out to the scene, and we will go out there and assess to see exactly. We get called out to, it really depends on what we get called out to. We do different calls. We do homicides, family violence, death notifications, fatalities, sexual assaults, basically pretty much anything where if there's a victim, our officers call us out. The resources that we use is actually one of the guests that is here. We unfortunately, I say unfortunately, and the reason why I say that is because unfortunately, like I said, we do have to go out and see people on their worst days. We do work hand in hand with the Family Abuse Shelter here in Waco, and along with the Advocacy Center here in Waco. I'm trying not to talk too fast and get ahead of myself. So we are a 24/7 unit. There are 3 people here in the office. During the day, it's myself, a coworker, and my supervisor. We rotate every week, and then we have a team of 14 volunteers. They are amazing. Wouldn't know what to do without them, and they cover our calls at nighttime and over the weekends. So we have a full staff on call for and available for our officers and victims in our community 24/7. If you would like to read up a little bit more, we do have a website. We have a training, which we have another training coming up in February. And if you would like more information or would just like to read up a little bit on our unit and get our contact information, you can visit www.waco/texas.com /police/victim/services.asp. Does anybody have any questions? I was trying to, and if that's too short, I can kind of go back into something else. Did I answer? Do I need to go over anything?
If you would like to, you can kind of tell how y'all get involved with the case. I understand when a call comes in and what type of things that you do when you do go there and meet with the victims.
Okay. Well, when we meet with the victims, again, it depends on what call we go out on. Let's just say we go out to a family violence or aggravated assault, and the victim needs to go to a shelter. That is where we will actually transport. We'll call the shelter, let the victim call the shelter, make sure that they have room. We will get the victim to the shelter and make sure that they are safe. And so let's say that that victim doesn't want to go to the shelter. We take them to a family member. Isabel, which is another, is my coworker, and she does, so another reference, another way that we can help the victim is that she does crime victims compensation, and she helps the victim fill out the application. That is a program through the state that goes to the Attorney General's office. And if that victim needs to be relocated, depending on the eligibility of the victim, they have to be cooperative with law enforcement to be eligible for this program. And we can help them with relocation if necessary, and that is for assault or sexual assault victims. There are certain terms that go along with that, but Isabel goes over that with the victim. Other resources, and that's a lot where, and I don't know if Scott will come in and talk about that. The resources that we can offer, if we will try to, get them housing. And I know we refer a lot of them to the family abuse shelter just for the resources that they have. And that's where we come in together and we can really help each other, is sometimes they have a little bit more resources than we do. But we try to help them with as much as we can, which is if it's finding housing, if we need to help them find housing, or getting them set up with the church to get them food or help with their utilities. We try to help the victim with as much as we can and with the resources that we have.
Okay. And if do people ever contact you directly that need services, or does it come through with a call through a police call or an incident call?
Almost 97% of our calls are through our officers calling us out. We do have walk-ins that come in and not really for sure what they need to do. So we will sit down, tell them that they need, we'll have them do a statement, and kind of walk them through the process and stay there with them until they get done. And if it's not safe for us to give them a transport, we will have an officer come and escort. But yes, we do take walk-ins. Not a whole lot, but I don't want to say that we don't get them, because we do have them come in off the street and do a report, and then we can help them as if, with the same way we do if we go out to on scene.
Okay. And what other local agencies do you work with besides the Family Abuse Center?
Agencies, what do you, other than the Family Abuse Shelter, like the Advocacy Center, or other like police agencies?
Both, like the,
Okay.
I guess police agencies first, if you could.
Okay. The ones that I know that I want to say that we deal with on the most facility wise is the Advocacy Center, the Family Abuse Shelter, some of the local other, like Sally's House, Salvation Army, My Brother's Keeper here. Sometimes we do have to try to place some, homeless, which is tough. So they help us get them taken care of. We do cover all of McLennan County, so we take calls for the sheriff's department, all the other little agencies around Waco. So anybody within the McLennan County area, we get called out for them.
Okay, so if someone lived in one of the surrounding cities within McLennan County, even though
Yes,
that's a police department, you would be able to assist as well there?
Yes, ma'am. As long as it stays within the McLennan County. Okay. And I mean, in certain circumstances, if there is a circumstance to where we have to go outside our city limits, our supervisor, Melissa, is really good about going through her chain of command and trying to see what we can do if that is what the victim needs. So, but we don't have to really deal with that a lot. But I don't want to say we haven't, but there has been several agencies that we've had to work with outside of our jurisdiction to get a victim taken care of.
Okay, and that could include placement in a safe location, something like
Yes.
that? Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. And is there a phone number where someone could call if they
Yes.
needed to get services, but they didn't actually call the police or call 911?
Yes. And if there's nothing that we can handle on our end, we will definitely get them to the people that they need to talk to get them help. I would say the best number to call is 254-750-7500, and just ask for, you need to speak to someone in victim services. I can give you all three of our numbers. Would you like that as well?
That would be great.
Okay. So my supervisor, her name is Melissa Becerra, and I'll spell her last name. That's Beseda. And her number is 254-750-7526. And of course, my name is Missy Sparks, and I do go by Sparky. And my number 254-750-7527. And then we have Miss Isabel King, and her number is 254 excuse me, 750-7527.
All right, thank you so much for
You
those.
are welcome. And
And
if that website doesn't work, you should be able to go on the City of Waco website and go to police. And then when you hit on police, just go all the way to the bottom where you see victim services. And that should also, all of our information will be there as well.
okay, so they can go on that website and see how to contact
Yes.
and everything in
Yes,
case they
ma'am.
miss getting the numbers. Okay. And you did say that y'all are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Yes, ma'am. Our unit's 24/7. We work 12. Me, Melissa and Isabel, we are staff here in the office, and we go on call from 6 in the morning to 6 p.m. And then the volunteers cover from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning. And then we break up different shifts throughout on the weekends. There's 7 different shifts, and the volunteers, they share those. So there is always someone on call to be able to assist victims.
Okay. And if someone were to want to volunteer to be one of your volunteers, would they also be able to contact you by getting one of those numbers or going through the website?
Yes, ma'am. I was gonna get into that, but I always get in trouble because when I get asked to talk, I was like, Sparky, don't recruit. You're just here to talk about victim services. Don't recruit. So I always get in trouble. So I'm very happy to say I refrain from doing that. But yes, super excited. We do have an academy coming up in February. So if there is anyone that is seeing this that is local and is interested in what we do and would like to give back to their community, you can go to the website, the City of Waco website, and police, go to the bottom. Everything's in alphabetical order. Go to victim services. I'm actually the one that you would need to speak to. I'm the volunteer coordinator here. And at the very bottom of that page, if you go to the city website, the application will be there. So if you want, just fill that application out. And my email address is there. Love emails. That's kind of a really good way to get a hold of me. And you just shoot me an application. And if you want more information, check go on our Facebook and check our city talk. That's where we advertise. And if you're a resident here in Waco, I also put the flyer goes out. There's a little clip in the the flyer that goes out on the water bill that gives instructions on how you can join the academy.
Okay, great. All right. Well, we really appreciate you joining us today.
Yes.
And we thank you for coming in with us. Now I'll let the viewers know that if you have to step off in a little bit, it could be because you get a call.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you feel free if you need to. And now we're going to turn the program over to Scott and hear about the Family Abuse Center and the resources available there.
Good afternoon. I'm Scott Heaton, Director of Legal Services with Family Abuse Center. We are located in Waco, Texas. We cover an 8-county service region that comprises 2 Council of Government regions. The North Texas Council of Government region includes 2 counties that we cover, which is Ellis and Navarro counties. And then the Lone Star, Heart of Texas Council of Government region covers our other counties, which are Bosque County, Falls County, Limestone, Freestone, Hill, and McLennan County. I think I covered them all. So the primary point of contact for us is our 24-hour, 7-day-a-week hotline. And I want to go ahead and give out that phone number right now. It is 800-283-8401. In addition to our hotline services, we have a 24-hour shelter, and the shelter is a 14-day emergency shelter. However, clients can apply for and be approved for extensions. In addition to shelter, we have a housing program that persons can transition from shelter into housing. In addition to that, we have counseling services. And many of these services operate independently of one another. So a person can receive counseling services, but not be in shelter or not be in housing, or they can be in shelter and then later in housing and still receive counseling services. In addition, we have legal services, and I'm going to talk specifically about legal and what we offer here in just a moment. And in addition to all of those, we do have a volunteer coordinator, and we have many different opportunities for volunteers to get involved. And that's why we have a full-time volunteer coordinator, because we have so many needs that could be filled by volunteers. The nature of our shelter is described as confidential as opposed to secret. So there are different, I guess, levels of security or privacy that are involved. Ours is confidential. We encourage people not to disclose the location of the shelter. However, there are many people in the community that know where we're located. I want to give a little bit of statistics. And I think we just got this data yesterday, but in the state of Texas, there was a 23% increase in domestic violence fatalities in 2019 to 2020. And that was a 23% increase over the previous year. There were 2 known deaths in our service area due to domestic violence last year, and both of those were in McLennan County. And I very specifically used the terms known deaths because there are quite possibly more fatalities, homicides due to domestic violence that aren't necessarily reported as such. So we do have a website. It's familyabusecenter.org. All of our services and information is there for anybody to look up. Also want to give out the National Domestic Violence Hotline information, because although we're located in Waco and cover 8 counties, we sometimes get calls for people needing services in other areas of Texas or in other states. And so the national number is 1-800-799-7233. And the website for the National Domestic Violence Hotline is it's just simply www.thehotline.org. And anyone can call. With respect to our services, we have to have the victim call us directly. We oftentimes receive calls from family members, friends, concerned people, a variety of different people representing different agencies in our service area, but we have to actually speak to the person. And so that's the primary means of a person getting involved with our services. With respect to legal, what we offer in legal services, we can assist persons with completing protective orders. We can assist persons with crime victims compensation, which crime victims compensation, Sparky talked a little bit about crime victims compensation, and the key to that she mentioned is that the victim has to be cooperating with law enforcement to be eligible to receive those services. But a person receiving crime victims compensation funds can be awarded funds for medical bills, dental bills, travel, all sorts of things that qualify. We also work with victims in what's called an address confidentiality program, so that they can get a PO box that's completely confidential, that the abuser cannot track them through their address. We also do court accompaniment, where if a victim is wanting or required to go to court and they don't feel comfortable being there without maybe a friendly face, or they don't have family that can go, we can go and accompany them to court and other proceedings. We also do legal referrals. So we refer to Lone Star Legal Aid, and we refer to Greater Waco Legal Services. We are hoping to foster more partnerships with individual attorneys and other law firms that may be willing to do pro bono services for victims. And oftentimes, the primary things that victims are needing as far as legal services go are divorce and child custody. Those are the primary things we refer out for civil legal processes. With respect to partner agencies, of course, we work closely with law enforcement in all of our 8 counties, both sheriff's offices, DPS, local police departments, district attorneys' offices, courts, private attorneys, the whole gamut of individuals involved in the legal service. We work with an agency called Unbound that works primarily with persons that are victims of trafficking. We work with the Advocacy Center, which primarily deals with children and adult victims of sexual assault. We work closely with MHMR and a variety of other service agencies in not only McLennan County, but our rural counties as well. And a lot of those agencies are nonprofit in nature. And that's, I think, a pretty good overview of what I can say at this time about Family Abuse Center. Does anyone have any questions?
And we invite questions for either speaker. If y'all have any questions for them or any questions about Lone Star Legal Aid, go ahead and send them in. And just in case you didn't know about Lone Star Legal Aid, I realize I only made a brief introduction. We offer free civil legal services. We do a lot of family law with violence involved, whether that be a child custody, child support, divorce. Sometimes it involves a protective order, sometimes they don't. A lot of times there may be the criminal case going at the same time. We do not handle any of the criminal aspects of the case. We handle the civil aspects, such as if you need to get a custody case done, have child support started, be able to get any sort of restraining order to make sure that the victims are safe from the domestic violence. And we also work along with the different agencies as much as we can. I think between the two of you, you've mentioned just about every agency that people can contact. And I believe that just about every agency we mentioned does have a website. So you may be able to search for one of those. But if not, certainly you can reach out to Victim Services and also to the Family Abuse Center. I'm not seeing any questions coming in the chat. Oh, here we go. If y'all, so far we haven't had any. We'll probably hang on for another minute or so to see if anyone has a question. If they want to go ahead and send it in, then we can go ahead and see if we can get an answer for you.
While we're waiting for a question, I have a
Yes.
question, Lori. What's a good contact for you, just in case if I do or my coworkers come across something, I can pass your number on so you can be another resource or just an ear for us to kind of call to see if we can get sent in the right direction, or send that person to you if that's what's needed and you can help them.
Certainly. I know I gave the 800 number at the beginning.
Yes.
The local Waco office number for our office is 254-756-7944. At this present time, our office is still working from home. So
Okay.
I'm not sending people to our physical office because they'll get there and see there's a sign on the door. But if they will call that number, that's the best way to reach us. Our phones are going through our home computers, so we're able to answer the office phones. Also, on our website, if people are looking for legal services, need to apply, they can either call our local number that I gave, the 756-7944, or they can go to the website of lonestarlegal.org, and there is a button on there they can push to make an online application, and it asks for very basic information, and then an intake worker will contact them back to take the information to process an application to see if we can offer legal assistance.
Perfect.
Again, any other questions? We haven't gotten any, so we can go ahead and wrap up. If there was anything else y'all needed to say or any contact information needed out there, no?
I just wanted to
good.
mention that we do have case management services. So we have 2 full-time case managers working with shelter clients, and we have 2 full-time housing case managers that assist individuals with the housing process. In addition, I wanted to point out that we serve any victim of domestic violence, irrespective of their age, gender, sexual orientation, religion. It doesn't matter. We don't discriminate on any basis whatsoever.
Oh, great, great. I think that's an important thing to add. And certainly if anyone out there listening to this is having any issues, any domestic violence issues, even if they haven't involved the police, haven't filed charges, but still may need to get to a safer environment, please contact one of us and see if we can assist you. Thank you all very much for appearing today. I appreciate your time and enjoyed hearing about your different organizations. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for having us. I enjoyed.
Mhm.
Thank you.
All right, everyone have a good day. Bye-bye.
You too.